So I'm going to explain how to create a video puzzle using WeVideo. So the first step is to bring in a video, and then you're going to move it to the timeline. And then you need to, I would zoom out a little bit so you have space to work. And the next step you're going to do is you're going to cut it into pieces. And depending on how hard you want to make it, you'll cut it into smaller pieces. So this is a 30-second video. I'm going to make 10 pieces. So my pieces are going to be about 3 seconds each. So I can actually use the timeline to help me here. So I can go out to 3 seconds, split it. I'm just going to move it every 3 seconds and split it every 3 seconds. That'll give me, should give me 10 good pieces to work with. You can make it harder if you want. Decide you don't have to make the pieces even. If you want to make them, uneven, that might make it harder. If you make it too short, it's going to be pretty tough. I think anything less than a second and a half might be kind of tough for kids, because then they'll be having a hard time figuring out what the pieces are. But it really depends on what you want to do. So that gives me about 10 good pieces to work with here. And it's each 3 seconds long. And then the next step is I need to mix them up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom down. So I got plenty of space over here to work with. And what I'm going to do now is just move my pieces around. The easy thing to do here is just grab a piece, move it over here, and I've got lots of space here to work with. And I'm just going to mix them up. So once you get it mixed up, then you select all the pieces, and you right click and say close gaps. So to put them back together, and just move it back to the front of the timeline. And now when you play it,
crazy bread for only $9.98. Pizza.
It's going to be
any better?
Not in the right order. And that's your video puzzle. Pretty simple. So to make it available to students, what you're going to do is you're going to convert it to a template. And I'll call this one, I'm doing a little Caesar one, so I'm going to call it a little Caesar, but you can name it whichever one you want. You want to make it live, and what that will do is that it'll put it in the template, available templates for students to pull from. Say continue. So what students are going to see when they go in, if they choose, they'll be able to see these templates that you create, because they'll be basically for your organization, for your school. So we'll go for these templates, and they'll just choose a template that you want to do. So I did a couple other ones here at Cadbury and stuff. When they choose the template, it creates a new project, so it doesn't mess with yours, but they're in the wrong order. And so then, for them to solve it, the easiest thing to do is have them zoom down a little bit so they have things to work with, and they just need to kind of watch it. And they're going to figure out where that first one is. And it's really helpful for them to have the original one to look for. When they find that first opening video, they just move it to the side. That's their first one. Then they go look for the second one. Or let them come up with their own strategy. But the nice thing is, as they put the pieces in together, that they just select them and close the gap. Select and close the gap. Then they can put them back together and watch it and see if it makes sense. So the solving is pretty easy. When they're done, you can have them either export it out or just show you. I usually just have them show me that they've completed it.